Test audio 1. Test. And good evening, everybody, and welcome in to Eureka College here in Eureka, Illinois. Nice evening volleyball matchup for you as the Eureka Red Devils at 3-3 play host to the Eagles from Benedictine University. They come in 5-2. Something, though, definitely about the Eagles is consistency. That'll be, I think, a word, if you can push it into one word, is the consistency that the Benedictine Eagles have had all season, really. Again, I mentioned 5-2. They've not dropped the set in their last three matches, and the only time, well, it's kind of self-explanatory, but the only time that they've given up more than one set are the three-set loss back on August 30th and a five-set loss on the 31st. Other than that, it's almost a clean sweep everywhere else. And, I think that's going to be something to watch on paper. I don't think it's necessarily something that the players, maybe the coaching staff, would be looking at coming into this one, but they definitely are going to be a pretty solid team to be coming in here to Eureka College, and it should be a fun one here on this Wednesday evening. 2-3-0 wins for the Eagles in their last two matches, 25-11, 25-12, 25-21, and 25-23, 27-25, and 26-24. And that second of two matches, which we'll talk about in a little more detail here before we get going, was against a familiar team, probably to at least folks around this area, the Augustana Vikings. The largest lead in that entire match was just 6 points, and Augustana had that said lead in the second set. Stock and Dunwell both in double figures in kills. Mojica with 35 assists and 3 aces. Mojica is going to be my player to watch, not just because she's led in a statistical category or two. She seems to be pretty well-rounded statistically in terms of what she does lead in. It's not just dominating in the assists or dominating in the digs. She's dominating all across the board statistically, so expect her to do well today. First-year head coach Nick Mackel for the Red Devils, getting ready to coach his 7th career match at the helm of this program. Again, I mentioned they are 3-3 entering tonight's match. As soon as I can pull it up here. Well, it's in here somewhere. You have to forgive me, folks. I didn't organize my stuff very well. There we go. So the Red Devils, mentioned the 6 matches, 3-3, averaging just over 9 kills a set. The 120 hitting percentage is there, just under 9 assists per set, about block and a half per set, 2.2 service aces per set, and about 17 digs per set. So that's something to watch as well. Player to watch, you're kind of looking at a tie between Caitlin Miller and Mackenzie Reiners. They're pretty much the most versatile players statistically, as I mentioned with Mojica, for the Benedictine Eagles. We're just about 30 seconds away from the national anthem, and then we'll take it after that. And Benedictine is, as is visible on your screen, there in your left, on our left, with the red tops with white numerals, white trim, pretty easy to read. Red Devils, gray tops, gold numbers, and maroon trim. So, 8 seconds to go until we sound the horn for first serve and introductions. So we'll throw it down to the public address system and take it from there. And here we go. So first serve just seconds away here from Eureka. Red Devils and Eagles. Eagles head coach Jennifer Wildis, 15th season, enters tonight's match 251 career victories to 207 losses. So obviously she's left quite a mark on the Benedictine volleyball program. I would imagine, unfortunately I didn't have enough time to do too extensive a research, but I would imagine that 251 victories is either at or awfully close to being at the all-time mark in the Eagles program history. They'll get their last sub in, get the libero swapped here before first serve for both sides. Let first serve momentarily. First serve, Sarah for the Red Devils. Junior out of Jacksonville, Illinois. Again, first serve goes to Eureka College. Ball is up and over. Third hit for Benedictine off the left side. Dug out by Dufour. Annalise Miller sends it over. Off left side for Benedictine. Nice attack. Well, over to Miller. It slides under the net for a point for Benedictine. 1-0 here in set number 1. First serve for the Eagles, Alyssa Mojica, 5'7" freshman out of Woodridge, Illinois. This will be DeBoard that sends it over and quickly back over to the Red Devils. Whirl over to Caitlin Miller. Whirl over to the libero Paige Klingler. Benedictine off the right side. Whirl high up into the air. Here in Eureka, Caitlin Miller off the right side, and it is just in. Probably about the ball's width from being out. The in is in, and it's a point for the Red Devils, 1-1 here in set number 1. And as mentioned, Klingler, the libero, 5'3" sophomore out of Newton, Illinois. She serves, ball's over. First touch the libero off the left side, and that's a powerful swing there from the Eagles in the middle. Caitlin Miller sends it over. Off the left side, Benedictine, there's that attack again. Both of those coming off the 5'11" senior Taylor Dunwell, Naperville native. She will serve 2-1 Eagles here, first set. Thank you for tuning in. Alex Staub with the call here from Eureka. As that one goes off the hands of libero Klingler and out. You know, for those that aren't familiar with the situation, Eureka got hit with some pretty bad storms earlier today. I was talking to head coach Nick Mackel upon arriving here to Eureka, and he's like, yeah, just before he got here, actually, it was pretty bad. And you know, as there's a point for Benedictine, and they were downed limbs, nothing big, but enough to call them limbs and not sticks. And standing water on the local middle school ball fields, and yeah, it was not good. But obviously it's not too terrible, as it's going to be off the left side. Close. Annalise Miller thought it might have been a point for the Red Devils, but the official signs it towards Benedictine. Eagles take a 5-1 lead here in set number 1. Taylor Dunwell, the attacker off the middle, continues to serve. Annalise Miller sends it over. 1, 2, and 3 for Benedictine off the right side. That's Molly Stock that sends it over. Miller from the left side passes it over. 1, 2, and 3 for the Eagles in the middle. Dug out by Worrell. Annalise Miller sends it over. How about another 3 for the Eagles? In the middle, it's Stock again. Here comes Caitlin Miller on the run, punches it over, and nice job there by Dunwell. Now here we go, back and forth, and it'll eventually be won by the Benedictine Eagles. You know, those are probably the toughest rallies to survive as a team at any level of the sport of volleyball, as those ones where it's so many one-touch rallies back and forth, Benedictine a touch, Eureka a touch back and forth. You don't get that 3 set piece too often. And that's the way things are going here, as that's another point for the Benedictine Eagles. And it looks like Coach Nick Mackel is going to call his first of 2 timeouts here in the opening set. We are here. First timeout, set number 1. Benedictine Eagles 7, Eureka Red Devils 1. back here in Eureka. Very early on in the first set, Benedictine Eagles have a early 7-1 lead. And I think one of the main keys here early on has been the attacking in the middle and occasionally on the outside by Taylor Dunwell and Molly Stock. One of those two, Dunwell, will serve out of the timeout for Benedictine. Those two have been practically untouchable, specifically in the middle, but also on the outside as well. Worrell sends it over. This is Reiners that gets it. And off the left side, powerful swing from Hausengay for the Eagles. And they get it over and just beyond the reach of the board. Dufort for Eureka College. And it's another point for the Benedictine Eagles as they continue their run here in set number 1. Taylor Dunwell continues to serve for Benedictine off the hands of the libero Klingler, and a point for the Eagles. 9-1 here in set number 1. Dunwell back to serve. Again, 9-1 Benedictine. Serve over, just clips the net. Worrell takes a bad hop off her forearms, and another point for Benedictine. 10-1 in set 1. Again, Dunwell continues to serve. Ball's up and over. And Red Devils let that one go out, and it is out. They'll get their second point of the first set. Ariel Campbell, 5'8", senior out of Decatur, Illinois. She will come in as a substitution, and Caitlin Miller, 6-foot junior middle blocker from Washington. She will serve. It is up and over. Just pops off the top of the net. It'll work nonetheless. Benedictine sends it over right side and out of bounds. That was the attack by Molly Stock. Again, her and Dunwell have been doing pretty well in the middle here. I know 13 total points between both sides. Not much to gauge that on, but they have made an impact here very early. Caitlin Miller over to the libero. That is Haley Primus for Benedictine, and that one is down. And back to a run, hopefully not in the Red Devils' case, for the Benedictine Eagles, 11-3. And this time it'll be Hannah Griffith, the 5'8" sophomore out of Algonquin, Illinois. She'll serve. Familiar with a Jacobs High School up there. It's who I know anyway. That one is allowed out by the Red Devils, and another point for them. It is 11-4 as this deficit gets a little smaller here on this nice September Wednesday evening. Right in the middle, that's a big attack from 15, Caroline O'Connor, the sophomore out of Wheaton. Or rather, that's 16. Ingrid Jean-Philippe, sophomore from Evanston. Boy, if I can't tell a 16 from a 15, it might be a long night, folks. Either way, it was one of those where she just rose up well beyond the net and had enough of a leverage vertically that it's going to be hard to deal with that. Serve is over. Caitlin Miller. Sarah Worrell in the middle. That's Reiners. Jean-Philippe gets it back over. Reiners, Worrell. On the left side, it's Campbell. Blocked back. Worrell sets it over. And another powerful swing. Do they say blocked? No. Out of bounds off the net. Point Red Devils. 12-5 Benedictine. Set number 1. Kenzie Reiners, 5'10" senior from Milford, Illinois. Serves up and over. Third hit off the left side. That is Hausengay. Then it's the board that sends it over and out. Point Benedictine, 13-5. Substitution for the Eagles, Madeline Sieper, 5'6" freshman out of Romeoville, Illinois. The town that bears Lewis University, the Flyers. Serves up and over. Worrell sets it up for the board, off the left side, blocked, but down on Benedictine's side. It'll be point Red Devils, 13-6 here in the first set. I'll bring back Kaylee Dufort, the 5'5" freshman out of Lombard, Illinois. And she will also serve. It'll be Ariel Campbell that exits. Serve is up and over. Looks like going, left side. And back down on their own side, Taylor Dunwell went for the attack, but to no avail. That'll be Kaylee Dufort serving still. 13-7 Benedictine, set 1. A little bit of a mishap off the initial hit. Over to Klingler. Worrell sets it over, and Miller taps it over. Worrell set, Miller attack off the right side. Is it out? It is. Another point for Benedictine. They've doubled up the Red Devils here in set number 1, 14-7. And it will be Haley Primus, the 5'6" junior out of Oostburg, Wisconsin. She's back to serve. It is over. Libero Klingler gets to it. Dufort and over. That is Megan Mashing. First time we've gotten to say her name tonight. Over from DeBoard. Third hit off the left side for Benedictine, and once again, pretty much untouched. That's again Taylor Dunwell. Would be interested to see the box score by the end of the night. The Red Devils will try and solve her attacking abilities on the outside here this evening. Serve is once again up and over by Primus. Worrell sets it up for DeBoard. Right side blocked and out of bounds. It's going to be a point for the Red Devils, 15-8 Benedictine, as Annalise Miller returns to the game and replaces Megan Mashing. Sarah Worrell will serve. It's up and over. No, it's not. Looked like it was going to clear the net just off the initial trajectory of the ball. It does not. So Molly Stock, again, they got both Stock and Dunwell in the match now for Benedictine. They've been about as good as can be in the middle. Serve is up and over for the freshman Alyssa Mojica. Miller to Worrell, back to Annalise Miller off the left side. Attack is down, point Red Devils. That makes it 16-9. Obviously, especially if you've been tuned in from the open, the Red Devils have been behind the entirety of the match so far, but they've at least kept it within a manageable spread. Left side attack is unsuccessful for Molly Stock, and the Red Devils close within 6 points. Benedictine still has both of their timeouts for the set if they so choose to use them. Serve is up and over for the Red Devils. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to get another. It's blocked. Blocked back. Mackenzie Reiners. Point Red Devils. It's now a 5-point set. 16-11 set 1. Paige Klingler gets it over. And we're going to have a right side attack. This one again from Dunwell. Worrell over to Caitlin Miller. Down for a Red Devil point, and it's now a 4-point spread. 16-12 Benedictine. Ref gives clearance. Serve is over for Paige Klingler. Dug out by the libero. Left side attack here for the Eagles, and it's dug over by, I believe, Dufort. Attack left side. Worrell, Dufort, and Annalise Miller gets it over. Dunwell. Worrell. Oh, a little miscommunication, but Dufort gets it over, and it is out of bounds by about a foot plus. So a great rally there nonetheless, as Brooke Hausengabe comes back in for Benedictine, and the talented senior Taylor Dunwell will serve for the Eagles. Server's up and over. Dug out by Miller. Dufort over to Worrell in the middle. Puts it out and out of bounds. That'll be point Benedictine, 18-12, set 1. Benedictine's first set. Oh, that's going to be out on the service there. Point Red Devils, 18-13, as Ariel Campbell will return to this one. Yeah, that first set of that last match for Benedictine against Augustana went 25-23. Again, it's been August 31st since the Eagles dropped a set. Not a match, a set. They have not dropped a set in 3 matches. Dug out, oh, and rescued by Miller. Blocked back, and the Red Devils stay alive. Off the right side, blocked, recovered. Worrell sets it up for Annalise Miller, left side, sends it over. 18-13. From the back, Worrell up to Campbell. And it's going to be a point Red Devils, 18-14. Benedictine. Inaugural set of this one. Caitlin Miller. Serve is up and over. Third hit for the Eagles. Tipped over and dug out. Dug out by Paige Klingler. Attack right side, tipped and down. It's going to be point Benedictine. It'll be, nope, there's my roster. Hannah Griffith. Or will it be? It will not be. Jamie Janzak, 5'7" freshman out of Naperville. She will be subbed into the match and will serve. 19-14 Benedictine, set one. Serve is up and over. Just clips the net. Well, Annalise Miller over to the left side with Ariel Campbell, and it is down but out. Point Benedictine, and they have crossed into that 20-point plateau. First team to do that tonight. And Janzak will this time serve from the left side. It gets it over, I should say. Miller to Klingler. Looks like that was Reiners that sent it over. 1, 2, and 3 for Benedictine. Whirl digs it out. Klingler over to Annalise Miller, left side. Do they say, nope, it is down. Point Red Devils. That's about the one spot of the entire floor. I don't have the best angle in the world. I thought it might have clipped the antenna, but it was probably just the antenna shaking off the impact on the net, thankfully, for the Red Devils. So it's 20-15, Benedictine set one. It'll be Megan Mashing, the 5'5" sophomore out of Pontiac. She'll be back to serve. Starts from a little bit behind that service line. A couple steps and it's over. Third hit looks like it's going to come from the middle. It is. Dug out. Worrell. Miller is the one that sends it over. Third hit off the left side for Benedictine. That is high and out. Point Benedictine, and I think Benedictine might have an argument for a tip. But for at least the immediate future, it will be. Yeah, they did say tipped, point Benedictine. Okay, so the initial call was not that way, but now they have made it based off the tip. Okay, so timeout Red Devils. They take their final timeout of the set. We'll take a break along with them. It's 21-15 Benedictine here in the opening set. Back here in Eureka, late going of the first set, 21-15. The Benedictine Eagles hold the lead over the Eureka College Red Devils. That was head coach Nick Mackel's final timeout of the set. As per usual rules, each team given 2 timeouts per set, and that was the second one for the Red Devils. Madeline Sullivan serves out of the timeout. That's going to be point Benedictine as they inch closer to set point. It's 22-15. Red Devils will try and keep it the way it's been going so far, and by that I mean at least keeping it within a manageable stretch. That's been the way it's been pretty much all of set one. Worrell over to Reiner's right side. It is over. And over on the second hit, and the Red Devils were not expecting that. It falls down to an empty corner of the court. It's going to be point Benedictine 23-15. And Annalise Miller will come back into the game for Megan Mashing. Annalise will take a position in the back row for now. Madeline Sullivan, serve up and over. Worrell over to Reiner's right side. It's over. Left side attack, and that's going to be down back on the Eagles side. Brooke Hasengay with the attack and error. It'll be Mackenzie Reiners back to serve, 23-16, set one. Reiner's serve is up and over. Third hit coming left side. It's over. Worrell digs it out. Reiners over to DeBoard. Down dugout. 2 and 3 left side attack. Corralled by Miller to Worrell. And it's blocked back and out of bounds by Ariel Campbell. I should say it's blocked back and out of bounds. Ariel Campbell on the attack. 23-17 Benedictine. Serves up and over for Mackenzie Reiners. Middle attack, wow. Ariel Campbell did not see that one coming in the middle. That's Ingrid Jean-Philippe on the attack. Rose up there again, the force set point, 24-17 Benedictine. Looks like Madame Saper will serve. Getting the freshman out of Romeoville, gets it over. Annalise Miller, Sarah Worrell over to the right side. Blocked back from Ariel Campbell. Worrell sets it over to Brent DeBoard. Nice job by Worrell. Annalise Miller, it'll be Ariel Campbell that sends it over, but then it's blocked back out of the reach of Annalise Miller, and that will do it for set number 1. Benedictine Eagles 25, Eureka Red Devils 17. Set 1 is in the books. Set 2 is next. You're watching Eureka Red Devil Volleyball live on YouTube. Back here in Eureka, set number 2 on the way. Set 1 going to the Benedictine Eagles by a score of 25-17. Red Devils look to rebound here in set 2 again. If you didn't catch me mentioning it in the first set or perhaps in the open as well, the Eagles have won their last 3 matches by a combined score of 9-0. They are yet to drop a set in those last 3. Last time they dropped a set, August 31st, they beat Occidental 3-1, and that first set was the one that they dropped, and then went on to win the next 3. So obviously dropping sets not very frequent for the Eagles, and as was the case here in set 1, we'll see what the Red Devils have to say about that here in set 2. First serve, set 2, Benedictine, Alyssa Mojica. Worrell sets it up and over to Caitlin Miller, right side rather, and it's out for a point for the Benedictine Eagles, 1-0. Thank you all for tuning in on this Wednesday evening. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. 1-0 Benedictine. Here's set 2. Annalise Miller gets it over on the second hit. Attack left side, blocked back. That's going to be how the Red Devils are going to have to counteract Taylor Dunwell and Molly Stock as well, but particularly on that play, Dunwell. Blocked back for a Red Devil point, and we are knotted up at 1 here in set number 2. Serve is over from Paige Klingler. Set up and in the middle. Worrell takes it out. Caitlin Miller over the left side. Annalise Miller attack over. Left side, Taylor Dunwell down. Just out of the reach of Sarah Worrell. And it's 2-1 Eagles. This will be Taylor Dunwell. Her serve just clips the net. Paige Klingler. Sarah Worrell sets it over to Annalise Miller, left side. Dugout set up and over. Just tipped over. That might have just skimmed the tips of the fingers of Hannah Griffith. It did not have much power on it, but it got over just the same, and it works as a point for the Benedictine Eagles. Now 3-1, set 2. We have a little communication with the official, and we got a wet spot on the floor. There was at a match just yesterday. Western Illinois and Drake went the Bulldogs' way 3-1. And it's something I've discovered over my last couple of years of working volleyball matches anyway. The wet spots on the floor is probably, other than the actual coaches called timeouts, probably the most frequent reason for a stoppage of play over the course of a volleyball match. That's almost no question. So 3-1 Benedictine as we resume play. Serve is over from Taylor Dunwell, and that'll be off the net and back on Eureka's side. So it'll be another point for the Eagles, 4-1. 4-1, set 2, serve over for Dunwell. No, it's not. Off the top of the net and back down on Benedictine's side. Red Devils are close within 2, 4-2. Ariel Campbell into the match, and it'll be the junior, Caitlin Miller, serving for 2. Eagles over Red Devils as it stands right now. 1, 2, and 3 for Benedictine, and Reiner's had some trouble with it, but the Red Devils will recover. This will be in the middle and tipped out. Point Benedictine. That was Molly Stock on the attack in the middle. They'll get a substitution. Jamie Janzak, freshman for the Eagles. Again, if you didn't catch it in the open, something interesting I noticed in my research about the Eagles. Head coach Jennifer Wilders, 251 career victories over 15 campaigns entering tonight's match. Caitlin Miller, Sarah Worrell in the middle, Reiners, and just out of the reach of one Taylor Dunwell, and it's a point for the Red Devils, 5-3, set 2. So 25-17 Benedictine in set 1. Red Devils trying to hang tough here in set 2. Annalise Miller with the serve. It is up and over. Serve up to the right side and down. Another tough attack there by Molly Stock. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but that's been, to me anyway, this particular match, that's why Benedictine's been doing so well in the form of Taylor Dunwell and Molly Stock. Those two have been, like I said earlier, pretty much untouchable at the net. Serves up and over for Delaney Soto. Caitlin Miller, Sarah Worrell. How about Reiners? Blocked back. No, not blocked back. Blocked down on Benedictine's side. So it's a point Red Devils, 6-4 Eagles, set 2. Mackenzie Reiners, serve up and over. It'll be a left side attack for Benedictine. Brooke Hausengay to be exact. It'll be left side to board for Eureka. 1, 2, and 3. Here comes the middle. Worrell sets it up. Reiners over to DeBoard. Gets it over. 1, 2, and 3. How about left side attack from Hausengay? It is down. Point Benedictine. 7-4 Eagles. Quick libero spot for the Red Devils. We'll have another wet spot dry up for the Eagles. Second of the set if you're keeping track. Like we might also have Madeline Sullivan, the sophomore out of Gilbert, Illinois. Looks like she's on standby to be subbed into the match. Yep, that's exactly what will be happening. She'll come in and Brooke Hausengay will come out. Sullivan will serve. Madeline Sullivan, 5'6" sophomore, listed primarily as a defensive specialist. Gets it over. Worrell over to the board. Dug out, 2 and 3. It's going to be Sullivan that gets it over. Annalise Miller, Sarah Worrell in the middle, to board. Gets her hands on it real quick, but not much else she can do with it. The Eagles have now doubled up Eureka College, 8-4, set 2. Madeline Sullivan starts almost on the basketball end line and gets it over. Annalise Miller, Sarah Worrell on the left side. I believe that was, Ariel Campbell is who that was in that last rally. Campbell gets it over right side this time. Little miscommunication from Benedictine, and somehow it works out. It got over and in the middle of the Red Devils, so it's now 9-4 Benedictine here in set number 2. So again, Sullivan, she'll start, well, looks like about a foot, maybe a little less from the end line in terms of the basketball court dimensions. And then she'll do a little bit of a run and jump, more of a run and hop, if you will. Doesn't really get enough vertical for me to call it a jump, I guess, for lack of better words. Serves up and over. Annalise Miller, Sarah Worrell off the right side. Ariel Campbell blocked back and recovered by DeBoard, but recovered out of bounds. Point Benedictine 10-4. Timeout. Nick Mackel, timeout, Eureka Red Devils. Their first of the set, 10-4 Benedictine. We'll take a break and be right back. And we welcome you back into Eureka College. Side of this evening's volleyball match. Again, it's the Eureka Red Devils. They entered this match 3-3 overall record. The Benedictine Eagles, having won their last 3 matches, 3 sets to none. Their record 5-2 entering this one. They won the first set, did the Eagles, 25-17. They lead set 2, 10-4 as it stands right now. Dug up by Klingler. Sarah Worrell over to the right side. Looks like that was Campbell that gets it over. Point Eureka College, 10-5. And it'll be the freshman. And they do for it into the game. Match, set. I guess those two could be interchangeable in that case. Just dug out by Delaney Soto, and the Eagles get it over. Annalise Miller, Sarah Worrell sets it up for Caitlin Miller, right side and down. Point Red Devils. So it'll be DuPont serving again, 10-6 now, as the Red Devils are within 4. Here comes, is it tipped? It is. Tipped is the call by our VAR official. Seemed to have the initial call. Taylor Dunwell with the attack, and it's 11-7 Benedictine. Coach Nick Mack will get a brief explanation on the call. Seems moderately content with it. And because of the power of that initial serve, all Dufour can kind of do is really punch it more than anything. And that resulted in a difficult spot to go from there. Point Benedictine 12-6, set number 2. Haley Primus has been their libero tonight, junior out of the state of Wisconsin. Dug out, right away, Worrell sets it up for Caitlin Miller. Point Eureka College, 12-7. Sarah Worrell, again the junior, Jacksonville native. Serves over. Off the left side, and it's off the antenna. It's going to be a point for the Red Devils. Couple of high school matches, couple of JUCO matches, couple of four-year college matches, and that's actually the first time I've seen a ball hit the antenna so far. Worrell serves over, and there we go. Point Red Devils, 12-9, Benedictine set 2. Little break for a mini pep talk, if you will, for the Eagles. As the Red Devils creep ever closer here in set 2. Left side attack, and it rolls back on Benedictine side. Sent over by Dunwell. Worrell sets it up for Annalise Miller, left side, blocked back and recovered. Worrell hits it over, Caitlin Miller. Third hit coming up in the middle, tipped over, and that might be a double. Nope, no call. Worrell sends it over. 1, 2, and 3 in the middle for Benedictine. Dufort and DeBoard sends it over. Miscommunication Benedictine. Worrell recovers again. Dufort over to the left side. Annalise Miller blocked back and down. Point Eureka College. It's 12-10. Sarah Worrell back to serve. Again, 12-10 Eagles. Serve is up and over. Just clips the net. And it's going to come over right side attack. And there is Taylor Dunwell. We've talked about it so much tonight. And that is exactly why. And the other player that's definitely been a factor, Molly Stock, just subbed into the match as well. Alyssa Mojica, 5'7" freshman. She'll serve. Right near us, left corner. Gets it up and over. Had some velocity to it, that's for sure. Annalise Miller, that might be off the net. Yep. Annalise Miller on the attack. It came off the top of the net and back on the Red Devils side without making contact with the Benedictine player. So the Eagles awarded the point, 14-10. Benedictine set number 2. And the Eagles leading the match 1-0 as it stands right now. Worrell sets it over to Caitlin Miller, right side. It's over. Over the right side attack, Molly Stock gets it over. Caitlin Miller, Sarah Worrell sets it up for Annalise Miller, left side. That's a great swing there. And I think they're going to call a lift. A lift or a double? Yep, a lift. And it's going to be a point for the Red Devils, 14-11, with the sophomore Paige Klingler back to serve. Benedictine still has both timeouts. The Red Devils still have one. Paige Klingler, serve up and over. No, it's not. Again, it's another one of those serves. We had one earlier in the match where the initial trajectory of the ball looks like it's going to clear the net. Then at the last second, it kind of takes a little bit of a nosedive and clips the top of the net and comes back on your own side. Serve over for Taylor Dunwell. Worrell sets it over to Mackenzie Reiners. Left side attack for Housengay. Dugout, Annalise Miller. Sarah Worrell sets it over right side. Caitlin Miller blocked out of bounds. Point Eureka Red Devils, and it's a 2-point set, I believe, unless they put the 12 up that quickly. Well, it's a 3-point set. So, sophomore Megan Mashing, she will serve. It's up and over. Third hit forthcoming on the right side for Benedictine, and that's off the antenna. Point Red Devils. Now it's a 2-point set. Mashing, another serve. This one's over as well. Might be over on the first hit. Nope, third hit attack, and it's dug over, but out. It'll be a point Benedictine, killing a little bit of a mini rally of sorts for the Red Devils. They are still within 3, 16-13 here in the second set. As from their perspective, new head coach Nick Mackel looks to get his 4th career win as the head coach of the Eureka Red Devils, 3-3 in his first season as it stands right now. Left side attack and out. Looked like it might have hit the line. Yep, they're reversed by the official. The side judge said it was out. Then the main official reversed the call. It was down. It looked down to me. Point Red Devils. Annalise Miller will serve. 16-14 Benedictine. Miller's serve is over and out. This one will not be reversed. It will stand as called. Delaney Soto into the game. For 17-14, Delaney Soto to serve. Annalise Miller dug over first, hit Worrell. Did she cross? That is indeed the call. Point Benedictine. 18-14. Delaney Soto, the senior out of Hammond, Indiana. Serve is up and over, but down. Okay, down. Annalise Miller initially, well, not initially, she did let it go, and that was very close. It falls down on the line from my perspective, and the Eagles 1 point away from crossing that 20-point threshold. 19-14, set 2. Soto's serve is over, and that one is out. Point Eureka Red Devils. 19-15 Benedictine. It'll be Mackenzie Reiners, senior, will serve. It's over. Third hit in the middle, and that might have gotten net. Did Benedictine? Yep. That's what I thought. Ingrid Jean-Philippe in the middle. Did that kind of, she's got incredible vertical. She's all, they list her as 5'9", but I think she's more like Rebecca Pacewick that's 6'2". She's got the height. And with that vertical, as Benedictine crosses the 20-point threshold. She rises up there, like I said, great vertical. Able to get that one down. But only problem, got net. Serves over. Sarah Worrell sets it up for Ariel Campbell. Back down, point Red Devils. It's back to a 3-point set, 20-17. Going to have a pair of substitutions, Kaylee DuFort and Caitlin Miller, both into the match. It'll be DuFort back to serve. And it's over. A little bit of a kind of double hit, more miscommunication than anything. Soto gets it over. Worrell to DuFort. DeBoard's going to have to tap it over, and tipped back by Jean-Philippe. A little bit of a melee on the Red Devils side. They try to get it over but are unable to, so it's another point for Benedictine, 21-17. Within 4 points are the Eagles of ending set 2. Red Devils will try to keep it close, as it's been pretty much this close for a majority of the set. Not all of it, but a majority. Serve is over. Worrell to DeBoard. And it is out. Point Benedictine, 22-17, set 2. Timeout, Nick Mackel, and timeout Red Devils. That is their final timeout here of the second set. So we'll take a break along with them. 22-17, set 2. Back here in Eureka, it's 22-17. Benedictine here in set 2. It'll be Haley Primus serving out of the timeout. Serves up and over. DeFort Worrell over to Miller, left side attack. Is that going to be down? It is. Back to a 4-point spread, 22-18, Benedictine, set number 2. Well, back to serve. It's up and over. Third hit coming left side. And wow, they got it. Nope. They at least got to the third hit, which was as impressive enough based on the power of Dunwell's attack there. It'll be Alyssa Mojica back to serve. Her serve's up and over. DeFort digs it out. Worrell sets it up for Caitlin Miller, who taps it over, but then quickly blocked back by Dunwell and or Griffith. And once again, it is set point Benedictine Eagles 24-18 after they took the first set by a very similar score. Serve over. DeFort, Worrell over to Annalise Miller left side, blocked back. Caitlin Miller gets it over. So for the moment, the Red Devils will stick around. DeFort, Worrell, Miller is going to tap it over. 24-18 Benedictine. Set over right side, and attack is down and almost off the head of Kaylee DeFort. 25-18 Benedictine takes set two, the third, and hopefully for the Red Devils, not the final set. Either way, third set is next. Two-set lead for Benedictine. Back here for set number 3 from Eureka College. Set 1 went to Benedictine 25-17. Set 2 also went to Benedictine, this time by a score of 25-18. So very similar scores here in the opening two sets. It is now what I would call match set. And in that, I mean the Red Devils need to win 3 straight sets, or this is going to be a win from the Benedictine Eagles. They'll clear the sub for Eureka College. The libero swap is what I think is the more formal term for it. Benedictine will have first serve of this third set. So again, 25-17, 25-18. That puts us where we're at right now. Eureka had first set, then Benedictine had first set. Now the Red Devils, yep, they do. Yeah, they toss the game ball in towards the service area for both Benedictine and Eureka. Red Devils, Kaylee DeFort, first serve. Third hit coming right up the middle. This is Rebecca Pacewick, the 6'2 senior out of Plainfield, Illinois. First time I've mentioned her in action. 1-0 Benedictine here, set number 3. A brief stoppage of play. Taylor Dunwell clear a little bit of a dry, well, that would make sense, right? Clear a dry spot out. Well, okay, then might as well do the whole court if it's dry. Clears a wet spot out on the Eureka College logo right near the center of the net. Looks at our near official. Well, I can't do too much about it. You could tell she had kind of tried, but she didn't think there was much she could do. So we will resume play. Alyssa Mojica serve over. And over on the first hit, and there is Taylor Dunwell. She has just been incredible tonight for the Eagles. Serve over, and it's going to be an ace. Another point for the Eagles, 3-0 here in set 1. It'll be another serve for the freshman Mojica. 3-0 Benedict. I'm going to trip over the team name. Okay, 3-0 Benedictine. There we go. It sounds much nicer. So we got a stoppage of play for the need to dry out the court on both sides. Eureka has taken care of theirs. Benedictine taking care of theirs as we speak. It seems to be the exact same spot or very close to the spot that Taylor Dunwell was working on just a couple minutes ago. Either way, it'll be a serve forthcoming from Alyssa Mojica. She gets it up and over, but out. Over on the left corner, far left corner, if you will. 3-1 now. Eureka Red Devils get their first point of the set. Sarah Worrell will serve. She gets it up and just clears the net. 2 and 3 left side attack for Benedictine. And off the hand and out for Paige Klingler. It's an attack there. Molly Stock came off the left side. It'll be Taylor Dunwell serving. She gets it over, just clears the net. DeFort, Worrell over to Annalise Miller left side, blocked back and out. Point, Eureka Red Devils 4-2. Libero Paige Klingler will go back to serve. Sophomore out of Newton, Illinois. 1, 2, 3 in the middle. Back down on their own side, so it's a point for the Red Devils. Rebecca Pacewick acknowledged that there's a little bit of a mistake on her part. Klingler over. 1, 2, 3 left side attack coming for the Eagles. Tipped down. Point Benedictine, and it's 5-3 Eagles, set 3. This will be Primus back to serve. Oostburg, Wisconsin. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. Miller, and kind of a miss hit off her forearms. Out of bounds, point Benedictine 6-3. Yeah, normally when I go down, I talk to the coaches. I get pronunciations of both teams' names, especially for this one since this is my first broadcast of the fall. And for some reason, I forgot to go for the hometowns. So if I've botched any of those, my apologies. Annalise Miller sends it over. Mojica blocked back. It was Hausengay that sent over the attack, and that one might be Antenna. Either way, yep. So point Red Devils. Benedictine seems kind of hesitant about that call, trying to read the body language and see what exactly they were unsure about. Either way, it'll be a serve for the Red Devils. It's Caitlin Miller that sends it over, and it falls down off the second hit for Benedictine. It's now a 1-point set, 6-5. Benedictine. And Red Devils need to win the next 3 sets to win the match. Mojica in the middle, attack from Hannah Griffith. And point Benedictine off the double. So Benedictine now takes a 7-5 lead as 5'2" senior Delaney Soto enters the match for Benedictine. A 7-5 third set Eagles. Soto, it does not get over. Point Red Devils. Annalise Miller back to serve. Serves over 1, 2, and 3. Attack in the middle. Annalise Miller recovers. Sarah Worrell over to Ariel Campbell. Attack successful. Left side, Benedictine gets it over Annalise Miller. Sarah Worrell sets it over on the second hit. Benedictine was not expecting it. Point Red Devils, and we are tied 7-all, set 3. Annalise Miller will serve once more. Hopefully for her, even more. It does not clear the net. Point Benedictine, they are back in front, 8-7. Adam Saber, the 5'6" freshman. Again, Romeoville, it's the hometown. Again, 8-7. Benedictine retakes the lead. Annalise Miller, Sarah Worrell, Mackenzie Reiners tipped back and in bounds. Point Benedictine. 9-7. This will be Campbell that sends it over. Miller, Worrell, Campbell. And that's a powerful attack by, guess who? Taylor Dunwell. Hard to beat her at the net when she's playing as well as she is tonight. Mackenzie Reiner, Sarah Worrell, left side Ariel Campbell. Point Benedictine. And we're going to have a timeout. Eureka Red Devils called by Coach Nick Mackel, his first of the set. They have one left. We'll take a break along with them. 11-7, Benedictine over Eureka, set 3. Back here in Eureka College as the Red Devils again need 3 sets to win. It's a 2-0 lead right now for the visiting Benedictine Eagles. Serve on the way, Madeline Sieper. Over. Caitlin Miller, and well out of the way of Annalise Miller. She did give it chase, but it's out. Point Benedictine 12-7. Another serve on the way. One of a good number of freshmen for the Eagles. Annalise Miller digs it out. Klingler over to Campbell, who can't get it over. Point Benedictine. We're going to have a substitution. This will be Megan Mashing out of Pontiac. In for Caitlin Miller. Serves over Annalise Miller. Sarah Worrell over to Mackenzie Reiners. Third hit coming in the middle. Blocked back, but out of bounds. It'll be a point Benedictine, 14-7. Another serve on the way for Seabrook. Over and off the arms of Mashing, out for another Benedictine point as their lead gets bigger now, 15-7 here in the third set. Again, kind of my self-made term of match set here as Benedictine leads 2-0. That one does not clear the net. Point Red Devils. Seeper with the point. Mackenzie Reiner's back to serve here. Serves up and over. Third hit coming in the middle. Tipped back behind the board. Point Red Devils. You know, that's one thing that I continue to talk about. The Red Devils, you know, kind of that never say die attitude. You know, even though Benedictine's led most, if not all, the matches are going to have attacked their right side. Most, if not all, of the match, they've at least kept it within a manageable spread. As that one goes well up and well out, almost off the roof here in Eureka. It's a point for the Red Devils. 15-10 is the score now. Still favoring the Eagles, but again, staying within that manageable deficit that we continue to talk about. Left side attack, there it is. Another kill for Taylor Dunwell. I'd be interested to see the final box score because that number is definitely up there. Number 18, Veronica Vida, will come in, 5'8", sophomore, listed primarily as a setter. She's from Chicago Ridge, Illinois. Serves up and over. Annalise Miller, Sarah Worrell over to the right side. Ariel Campbell down for a Benedictine point. As it's back to a 7-point spread, 17-10 Eagles here in the third set. Vida back to serve. Good balance of grades on the Benedictine roster. Worrell sets it over. Third hit coming from Soto for the Eagles. It's going to be a Eureka Red Devil point. Where it's Dufort and Miller both into the match. It'll be Dufort back to serve. Gets it up and over. Third hit coming right side. Dunwell, another kill for the Eagles. As they are dangerously close to that 20-point plateau yet again. Caroline O'Connor, 5'9" sophomore out of Wheaton. She is into the match now. Serve for Mojica. It is over. Dug up by Dufort. Sarah Worrell over to the left side. Caitlin Miller blocked out. Point Eureka Red Devils, 18-12. Set 3. Worrell serve up and over. And unintentionally, obviously, but a little too much gusto on that initial hit off Haley Primus. Goes under the net. Point Red Devils, 18-13 here in the third. Worrell serve up and over. It's going to be over. Second hit unintentionally. Reiners, and it's going to be a point Red Devils. 18-14. Worrell will serve again. It's a 4-point spread. She gets it over and out. Not by much, but out. 19-14 Benedictine. And Taylor Dunwell will serve. But not before Natalie Figueroa, 5'7" junior from Puerto Rico, into the match. And it goes out. Nice job by Paige Klingler. Good floor awareness to be able to let that one go out. Brings it back to a 4-point spread, 19-15 Benedictine over Eureka. Set 3. Serve is over. That's Jordan Fox New into the match for the Red Devils, 5'2" freshman, defensive specialist out of Pontiac. Serve is up and over. Going to have one in the middle. Attack cleared by the Red Devils, but blocked back. Nothing Caitlin Miller can do with that. It's going to be another Benedictine point, 20-16. This is, I don't want to say full-on awkward, but certainly an interesting point of the match. Benedictine has crossed that 20-point plateau, getting close to potentially match point. But at the same time, it's still that 4-point spread, still a very manageable comeback for the Red Devils. That's going to be an ace for Benedictine, 21-16. Serve on the way, Haley Primus. 5-point lead for the Eagles. It's over. And down on the air there by the Red Devils. And Coach Nick Mackel is going to use his final timeout of the set. We'll take a break along with him. 22 Benedictine, 16 Eureka, set 3. Back here in Eureka, 22-16. Benedictine 2 points away from match point. And they'll get the substitution in, do the Eagles. Just Polka, 5'8" freshman, Makina, Illinois. Moderately familiar with that town, not greatly, but I've at least heard of it. 22-16. Eagles have serve out of the timeout called by Eureka College. Serve over. Klingler, Worrell over to the right side. Caitlin Miller. Attack over. 1, 2, and 3 left side. Benedictine. Annalise Miller digs it out. Sarah Worrell. Mackenzie Reiner sends it over. Third hit coming from the back, and it's a point. Eureka Red Devils. It'll be 22-17. Off of the double from Benedictine. Ariel Campbell into the match with Caitlin Miller back to serve. Miller, her serve is up and over. Gonna come in the middle. There it is. Just Polka. Fairly new into the match, and right away gets some action there with the attack and point for Benedictine. Oh, hold their horses here. Oh, the sub was not cleared. Delaney Soto will return for Benedictine, and she will serve. 23-17 again, Eagles here. Late third set. Soto from her right corner serves it up and over. And we're going to have miscommunication between the Red Devils, but they still get it over. Sent over, more miscommunication. Worrell over to Annalise Miller, left side. Is that Antenna? It's not Antenna, but it is out. It was a close call there. Match point. Benedictine Eagles, 24-17 here in the third set. Delaney Soto serves over, and it's Reiners that gets it over for Eureka. Serve over, Klingler, Worrell over to the right side, attack, Campbell. Benedictine corrals it, left side attack, blocked back. Benedictine continues. Mojica gets it over, Worrell, Klingler, Campbell, and we continue. Over on the second hit and out. Eureka survives to see another point. It's 24-18. Annalise Miller back to serve. 24-18 Eagles, match point. Annalise Miller gets it over. 1, 2, 3 for the Eagles. And that is a point for the Red Devils. 24-19. Annalise Miller, another serve, 24-19. She gets that one over as well. Left side attack and blocked by the net really, onto their own side. It's 24-20. Red Devils not going down without a fight. Annalise Miller will serve once again. Serve is up and over. Third hit left side. Back on their own side again. It's 24-21. Annalise Miller again. It's over. Third hit coming from the middle. And down. Point and match. Benedictine Eagles 25-17, 25-18. And if I had my pencil on hand, I'd write the third set 25-21. 25-17, 25-18, 25-21. The Benedictine Eagles move to 6-2 on the 2019 season. The Eureka Red Devils fall to 3-4. I want to thank you all for tuning in. The solid viewership numbers this evening here from Eureka, Illinois. From Dave Yarnell Court and Christine Bonatti Bullwinkle Arena, this is Alex Dobbs saying so long from Eureka. Red Devils fall to Benedictine 3-0. So long, everybody.